Hi guys! Jake and Marissa, back again for more live reactions to Power Rangers Beast Morphers.
We've gone so far, we've got the male in there.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Jake and MJ are back. Getting rid of these sunglasses. Whoosh. Yep. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay, babe. I know you are the one who calls me that. So.
Yeah, force of habit. Alright, how's everybody doing? I see people are coming in.
People in the chat.
I'm excited to see, this will be our 6th episode of Beast Morphers, keeping this live stream rolling strong.
Did somebody say East quarters?
Yeah.
I've got quarters, in case I swear.
We're stocked just in case. So yeah, it's been a busy week. There was a bonus video that I had mentioned that I was hoping to get out before our live stream tonight, but
still editing.
Yeah, I was too busy this week because I was finishing filing my online paperwork for
April.
I've been filing all my online paperwork stuff for my teaching certification and starting to apply for jobs and
because it's April.
Getting my recommendation letters in order so I can have a job.
Yeah, now is the prime time
Yep.
to snag a teaching job for September.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
I may even be a week or two behind where I really should be, but I'm at least getting all this stuff in and
the
starting to get those
Darren.
applications done. Yep, K-shirts. We haven't worn these in a while.
Oh, they were a gift, weren't they?
Yeah, they were a gift from Morph and Legacy. But yeah, these are
Legacy.
Morphin. Yep.
I call them Morkin. Morkin, Mindy.
But yeah, well, a part of it is that just they're light-colored shirts, so I'm always nervous I'm gonna like spill something on it.
Oh God! If I'd been wearing this earlier when we had dinner.
Yeah, because we had
spaghetti.
We had spaghetti with tomato sauce. That would have been terrible. But yeah, today is doing well, and I've spent also outside of the job hunt. I've been working on getting episode 87 together for Power Reviews. It is very nearly there now. I have all my footage. I'm doing my final effects, and just really, there's like maybe 2 shots I haven't done effects for, and like
everything's filmed.
And all the rest
together.
is I got to do cleanup on the shots.
Cleanup.
And I've got to go through and do the sound editing and make sure I've got the previously on segment under a minute if I can get it. I've got a lot of context for this one. Yeah, this episode coming out Monday. Which is so exciting.
Monday.
As I had mentioned previously, this was the last episode that I wrote before we got married. So this script
going on 4 years.
Yeah, this script was written back in 2015. So I'm very excited to finally be releasing it. And it was a script that there were a lot of intricacies to filming this one. I will put that out there. It's very different from a lot of other episodes in how many you'll see what I mean as far as how it was interesting to film by comparison to a number of others. Oh, and somebody's saying he's doing a rewrite of Super Mega Force. Oh, that sounds like fun.
Specifically their battle against Emperor Macro.
Yeah.
Which he will send you on Ranger Vision. Which is the worst place to send him things, because he
I keep forgetting to go to Ranger Vision. I feel bad, because I was like so involved with them a few years back.
Yes, he wrote the script for 87 back in 2015.
Yes. So this one's been a long time coming. I think I filmed, like, the first shots for that. I'm trying to think when I started filming.
So much of the stuff that's coming between now and the end of time between now and episode 100,
which will hopefully be out before the end.
Already, there are bits of many of the episodes to come that have already been filmed.
There are shots.
100.
Yeah, there are shots from the final episode that were filmed back in 2016. There are bits from episodes like 94 that was back in 2016. I think there's bits from 87 that were filmed back in there were a number of things that were filmed back in 2016. I think I started filming 87 back in 2017.
Yeah.
And I think and now I finally have all of the pieces put together. And ready to go as soon as I polish off the last
A lot of
effects.
stuff got jumped ahead on when we were getting ready to move because like we were going to be so far away from our actors, we were going to be, you know, so far away from everything, we were going to lose the apartment, so now we're in space.
Yeah. Which was always the plan. I always wanted to...
Yeah, but we needed to hurry up and get to there.
Yeah.
Like, some of the episodes that came out right after we moved were still in the apartment.
Yeah.
And we had filmed all the apartment stuff.
Yep.
And then we had a wall with the couch.
Yeah. Yeah,
At the school.
There are parts of like episode 81, which all takes place in the apartment, but parts of those were filmed at our place when we were living at the school, and parts of that were filmed after we moved here. Which is crazy. It's all one room, but it was filmed in three different...
You can find a white wall.
It was filmed in 3 different living situations.
Mr. and Mrs. K.
Alright, so people are... We've got a good handful of people in here.
Let's watch.
So, thank you to Scott and Fred and Mega and Dyrano and Brian
and Frederick
and Chase and Lewis, and I think... Oh, where do we film the spaceship scenes for DRPR? We filmed those...
Second bedroom.
Right in here. I constructed that.
Doctor.
And it is all something that is modular and lives in our spare bedroom, which is my filming studio.
We built a set, and that set has been with us through 3 living situations as well. Because he filmed the Go... I caught that already.
It's Dr. and Mr. K.
I commented on that,
That's
too.
That's great.
On the video.
Oh, okay. I didn't... No, somebody said Mr. and Mrs. K. No, they're saying...
And someone...
Corrected them, yes.
And I noticed and mentioned it out loud in the video.
I didn't notice you.
Totally didn't hear me.
I noticed you mentioning the previous one. I didn't notice you mentioning the second one.
Anyway, so the set was in 3 different places.
Yeah, it's... Well, we had it...
We didn't film with it at the school.
We didn't. There was no room.
It was there, but we didn't use it. And it was at our original apartment as well, where it took over our entire living room when he was making grid defense. Yeah.
I originally constructed the set for grid defense with the intention of it being repurposed into year 3 of Power Reviews, and it's been slightly modified for Power Reviews as well.
Yeah, it's made up of, 4 foot by 8 foot sections of wall?
4 foot by 7 foot, because I would not be able to fit an 8 foot wall piece inside an apartment with popcorn ceilings. And yeah, I just keep there's only like a handful of wall pieces, and I just keep reconfiguring them over and over for every shot that's supposed to be in different locations.
Yeah, we're pulling a Babylon 5. If you've
Yeah.
ever watched that TV show,
I mean, I'm
put
sure
together
Star Trek did the
walls
same
to make
thing.
the same things over and over. They actually had a lot of standing sets in Star Trek because they had a bigger budget.
That's true. We have no budget.
We have one door, one window, and like 3 walls.
Yeah, we've got the window one where the window can be popped in and out for a screen. We have the green screen that that I've got hooked up to the ceiling to roll and unroll. I've got the sliding door. I've got 2 regular blank walls and 1 half wall.
2.5, sorry, not 3.
So that, you know, if I need to pop a smaller wall in a place, then I can do that too. And they're all held together with hinges. There's not even a support structure.
Okay, you know what? I'm pretty sure I took a picture, actually, of you contorting yourself to put the set together one day. I'm going to post it on Instagram after this stream.
Yeah, I posted occasional pictures on Twitter. So, anyway.
Let's watch it.
Let's check out episode 6 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers Hangar Heist.
I love a heist.
There we
Leverage is
go.
one of my favorite TV shows.
Zooming out on that mysterious hangar out in the forest place.
Wait, could it be?
Good old CG.
No, I'm pretty sure that little hatch is just above this area.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Found anything useful from Slicer's room?
Well, that's where they lowered it in through.
One more thing.
Well, no, they lowered it in through one that opened like this.
Ooh, got ominous music.
But it's hanging out in there. It looks like an Evangelion.
In the quantum algorithms.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, that was technobabble. That didn't make any
Sorry,
sense.
what I mean is, with this data, I can
Wait,
develop
hang on.
a system that will warn us before Gigadrones arrive on Earth.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice!
Yeah, thanks to you.
We are gonna have the timer.
Gigadrone was a stroke of genius.
No big
That
deal.
looks like an Evangelion!
Oh, hey.
Or
I-
Gundam, the way it's just...
Is something up?
Yeah,
Just that we built some model rockets. We're gonna fire them up with Morph-X and watch them blast off.
that sounds like
Should
fun.
be super fun. You wanna come?
No thanks. I've got a date with some data. Have fun.
Okay. Thanks.
He came to get the Morph-X for the toy rocket.
I can't get over how sick your
I'm amused he's using like an actual
Let's see
MacBook.
how it flies.
Usually a far more nondescript computer.
3.
Wait, does the MacBook not have a sticker over the Apple?
I think it does,
Oh,
but
okay. That's like all TV shows ever. Gundam-tron.
oh, there goes that CG rocket
Power
doing
Rangers episode
CG
from
rocket things.
DRPR. Hope it's another Mystic Force episode.
I'll take this. Come on, sis.
Check this baby out.
Oh,
That's nice.
I wonder where they got it from.
Where did they get this rocket from? Did they steal it from Kamen Rider Force?
Don't go near it! Don't go...
No. What's about to happen? Wait, actually, looking at the construction of that rocket, I'm wondering,
That looks like a missile.
yeah, that's awful. That's awful. Don't, what is happening?
They borrowed a missile.
What is happening?
Lock-on technology.
Is it gonna hit something eventually?
We missed an Asada reference. I apologize.
Oh, there was an
We
Asada.
shouldn't have taken Dad's model rocket.
That's the General's rocket?
Yeah, and we need to get it back.
But Dad's gonna go ballistic.
Wait,
This way.
oh, I missed an Asada reference.
All right.
That is great that they had an Asada mentioned.
I've never seen a rocket like that before.
Made it myself.
Have you tested it? I don't know
Nope.
if the fins are in the right place.
Come on, Robbie. I have a top-ranking score on Rocket Sim 7. Just watch.
This is not a video game?
How many random video games
3,
are you?
2,
Or unless you've been playing Kerbal Space Program, which is fairly realistic.
It's a little shaky.
That's because his large fins are in the middle, and
want
his
to
top
not-
fins are on backwards.
You want to not be doing that. What is happening? Oh,
my rocket.
Well, that's surprising.
wait.
What happened?
What did you? Aren't they designed to come back down?
Tell you.
They're designed to come back down if they're anything like the model rockets I've built, with a
I
parachute.
think I know how to build a toy rocket. Something must have went wrong with one of the parts I ordered.
I really think they do.
They reach apogee,
Just let it
the
go.
nose cone comes off, and
Apparently,
they pop a parachute out the top
Devin-
with a secondary charge.
Devin does not like to be criticized.
Well, that would explain how he's as old as he is, didn't go to school, and didn't get a job.
Yes, but it is useless to them, Master Evox.
The Rangers are smart, and clearly you are not.
Oh snap!
Oh!
Oof!
They can break
Blaze
into
explode.
Gigatron and steal my data.
Yeah, they
Don't
can.
worry. We'll find Slicer Drone and
Your
steal it
data?
back.
What have you?
Before they can do
What
that.
have you done, Evox?
And Scrozzle, you help them.
Yes! Scrozzle do this.
Yeah, Scrozzle does everything.
Behind you, Devin.
Scrozzle do this. Scrozzle do that.
Oh, nice!
It's a simulator with
The appropriate
with
They're about
controls.
to combine their Zords into a Megazord for the first
duplicates of the
This is what they're
heads.
saying.
Mm-hmm.
I like my moves.
There we go. Simulation.
It's Megazord time.
So that's a little bit overly simulated simulation.
I don't know why we need the things on the side. That's a little much.
What I feel simulation is a little overly simulated is, do they really need to simulate his outfit?
Disassembly engaged.
I don't see why not.
Their Zords are combining now, if they
It's,
do it correctly.
I think it would look better to me if they were in their street clothes with their helmets on.
I'm just saying they have, they clearly have the same level of technology as the Star Wars experience at Disneyland.
Devin, we gotta pump the shields, Robbie. Please, stop questioning me. Trust my instincts.
Roger. No shields.
Really?
And I was right. Here it comes. Don't worry. I got this.
No, you don't.
Beast-X Megazord. Come on.
Definitely being,
A jerk?
yeah, a little bit.
It's coming right at us. What?
No shields.
Simulation failure.
Yeah, Devin, you're
What's
really.
doing? Sorry, Devin. I was just trying to help. I've done the simulation before with Blaze and Roxy, and you don't think I can handle it?
Devin, you're really weirdly defensive this week.
Devin's probably moody because his dad's been on his case ever since he lost his job at the
Maybe.
car
I want them
Devin,
to talk
what
about what's
happened
going
back
on.
there?
Robbie was way out of line.
No.
Trying to take over the simulation? I'm the leader of this team.
I thought you were better than this.
Yeah.
You should know that good leaders listen to their teammates, especially if they have experience that you don't.
But Commander, I always trust my instincts. It's my gut that gave me ideas like capturing the Gigadrome.
I agree. You have great instincts, and you should trust them, as well as your team. Because sometimes even good leaders can be wrong.
Still no sign of that rocket.
What are you two up to?
running through the woods looking for the rocket.
What is this place?
What?
Are you kidding? We were here yesterday. It's the special ops hangar.
No way that rocket flew up this far.
Oh, we're never gonna find it. Never, never.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
With its parachute.
Nice. Part of me was wondering when I saw the rocket was if maybe it might be a nod to them somehow
The
using
parachute came
the
out.
It's all busted up. That's gonna be so mad.
some Forza footage,
We can fix
which
it.
would be pretty amusing.
One of the engines didn't go off.
Oh dear. Oh dear. You are about to be rocketed, aren't you?
Well. What do we
Oh.
have here?
Who could that be?
Roxy. That sounds like Roxy.
Hi, you were right, Scrozzle. We found their hidden hangar. Slicer drone must be inside. But I need a way to get through this steel door.
A steel door, eh? I'll see what I can do. What have we got here? I knew I kept this acid for a reason. Don't
Acid?
worry, Roxy. Old Scruzzy's gonna make a Robotron to melt all your problems
It's got
away.
that V in the middle.
Well, hurry up and send
Yeah.
it over.
Commander?
But they still won't be E-Box.
And Power Rangers. Wow. Go Power Rangers. Go. It's morphin' time. For justice we fight, with Beast Morph in mind. Together we rise. Go Power Rangers. Go Power Rangers. Power Rangers Beast Morphers.
On a brand new Game Shakers, catch 4 brand new
Yes, that is
stories.
coming.
I cannot believe we're about to see Flavor City.
That man is a Russian spy. Trying to make Abraham Lincoln tell George Washington space in
What
the
is-
night.
And there I was, 7 years old,
Beef.
in my backyard with a dead horse rental party hat.
See how they connect in a brand new
Those that
I like the
Yeah.
see how these connect.
that was
Like,
because that was a
these-
bunch of
none
non
of these-
sequiturs.
Total non sequiturs. There I was, 7 years old, in my backyard with a dead horse wearing a party hat.
Yeah.
That is me, sorry.
Prepare for the comedy event that's so exciting.
That is great.
You won't be
I
able
went
to
to a
hold
horse
it
till
in.
time.
Oh dear.
Listen, Rick, PG, now playing in theaters.
Thunder Punch.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
It's Shazam.
It wasn't actually a horse, it was a guy in a horse
Fight
costume.
the bad guys.
I find it funny.
Devin is being Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
yeah, a
being
little bit.
Jack.
From SPD.
Jack Butt.
Oh. But he's also being a little like Jack from SPD.
Non-stop spring style.
He's letting the leadership go to his head.
Just ever done a PR season without daddy issues.
With
No.
dresses
Well,
for women and for
arguable.
girls.
Like, there were no daddy issues in Power Rangers in space.
New Beyblade versus Slingshot.
Well,
Unless you count
As far as
Astronema
The one who
and
switches to
her
Slingshot
adoptive daddy.
The one
yeah,
who
it was-
unlocks the new real system. The one who leaves that guy's job.
there were parallels to daddy issues between Astronema and Ecliptor. But that was really more of a surrogate father relationship. That was very touching. Hey, welcome to the chat, Jesse.
Lowe's knows you do laundry right.
And
we do it right too.
and then we did have like the one episode where we saw Justin and dealing with his issues with his dad. But that was just one episode. So I don't think I'd say that Power Rangers in Space had much by way of daddy issues. And although he didn't start it,
struggled immensely with
I would say
to the point where he just didn't want to.
no, Mag Defender. Well, yeah, original Mag Defender, but that was issues as a father having lost his son. It was a little bit of a flip. I was thinking more Trakina and Scorpius as far as Lost Galaxy.
I mean, it was like a light went off. It gives you
And RPM had it with Truman.
Now he's reading faster, reading more fluently.
So yeah, I'd say that, you know, Power Rangers in Space is the one with the least level of daddy
Oh, no, that's
issues.
adorable.
And
His general
still one of my favorite seasons.
sticker on the back of his laptop is
ABC Mouse worked.
fire department.
Oh, okay. That's cute.
That's so cute.
It's huge.
Whoa, cowabunga.
They must
Alright,
like the Ninja Turtles.
apparently.
I felt
I need to get caught up a little bit on that. I don't know if it started having more of a plot or not.
Whoa!
Yeah, the back of that kid's head was painted with turtles. I've watched the first few episodes of Rise of the Ninja Turtles, and it is really just off the wall wacky, and I will give them kudos for it being very different. It doesn't feel like it's just a rehash, so kudos for that. Now this is something interesting, that Scrozzle's creating a monster from the cyber dimension.
Don't drop it.
Oh, this is gonna go off. That's gonna go off and it's gonna track him. That's what's about to happen.
You two?
Us? Or
No.
No, that's not us. He's always getting in the way.
What? Oh, there it goes. It's not a great shot there, Roxy, but it's gonna be very silly. Oh, there they go. That's awful.
I don't have time for this.
One theory that someone has presented.
Jacob?
Yeah.
They're up pretty high.
Yeah. Yes.
Cartoon physics has begun.
I'm worried. I don't know. We'll see. Say Meltatron?
That's a fire extinguisher.
Let's find that picture.
Sure, originally. But modified into a spray thing of acid. What are you up to with Cruz out here? Oh, okay.
They got informed.
you wait here.
Okay, that was. I couldn't tell until I saw the thing that he was going right towards
Ross
it.
is already inside. Come on.
Well, hello there, big guy.
The team relief is blasting off again.
Yep.
I mean, comic relief.
Yes.
You're on you with their Morph-X to say thanks.
Look, I think it would have been better if it had stayed a fire extinguisher. They made the door really cold and kicked it, and then it was shot.
Maybe.
But they wouldn't.
Acid works. One thing I find interesting is that
Oh dear.
it's the first time I think we've seen a monster created in the cyber dimension and sent to Earth. We've never seen a monster cross the boundary before.
You didn't have to bring your loser friends, though.
This party's over.
I disagree. We're just getting started.
Well, Acid, you do not want to be in the...
We'll dump the table.
Yep.
The table is now.
Rangers,
That
it's
is...
melting time.
It's melting time.
Morphing time.
There we go. That's cute.
Activate phase power.
But yeah, that super acid is not something you want to deal with.
Unleash the beast.
Well, we haven't had anything really by way of Earth-based space organizations.
Yeah, I mean, we had SPD, but they had their own thing going on.
Yeah. Yeah, they were founded by aliens.
Yeah.
And it was set in the future.
It's a trap.
Sure is.
Yeah, this is good. It was oddly easy for her to find this place.
Foolish Robotron. Time to tie things up.
I mean, whoa.
You're not going
That's not great.
anywhere. It's been fun, but when Slicer Drone fully reboots, he'll blast this place to rubble. See ya. Where you wanna be ya?
Sometimes. And the way she does.
It's closed.
Yep.
The Metro's closing too.
You should deal with that.
I need a plan.
And we've now segued into,
Blue's got it.
yep. We've now segued into Sentai footage, because I totally remember that.
Are you crazy? Trust me. Trust you? But you just threw me out. I can't help you from out here.
Yeah, you can.
Help from in here. From outside, you can use your Zord to open up
Yeah,
the
dude.
hatch and take down Slicer Drone.
Yeah,
You've got the speed.
you've got no
skills.
no Zords in there. Go get the Zord.
You got to.
I can't leave you. Leave!
Go get the Zord. The Zord will help you.
Have a nice dinner, Darren.
How's it going?
Roger that.
First season in 8 years that Blue feels like second in command.
Yeah, this.
And wants to be Red Ranger.
Get ready, Cruz. It's all on us.
I mean, yeah, and wants to be Red Ranger. Like, Kevin was very second in command and very protective of being second in command. He did not want to be leader. He wanted to be second in command.
Gigadron can't hit us if we keep moving.
Which is a lot easier for the bunny rabbit.
Rawr.
This brand new Cousins for Life is gonna get gross.
That's disgusting. I quit. We gross stuff all the time.
So,
Broccoli,
yeah, we haven't heard anything about this. No, wait, we have heard from Nasada
Question.
once.
Did you ever really stop being cousins?
I mean, you could be removed.
I mean, that's like saying, like, brothers for life
Yeah.
to somebody who's your actual blood brother. I'm assuming these are blood cousins.
I have no idea.
I mean, that cousins for life doesn't really work out because, or maybe their moms are really good friends. They did that aunties thing where
Yeah, or
all dresses, all
you know,
shorts, and all tees.
maybe
With dresses from
you know,
$12
set of
for
parents
women
just got
and
married or
$10 for girls.
something, and they just joined the family. We don't.
Also that.
Polly Pocket Podcast.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah, I think-
Polly Pocket finally got small
The
again.
last time that Nasada was mentioned, to my recollection, was Forever Red in Power Rangers Wild Force. And to answer an earlier question, I know somebody was asking what episodes I was considering to do for DRPR, you know, Power Reviews. They've all already been selected.
They've been set.
They've been set. I've been working on writing episodes into the 90s. I know what the final episodes are going to be. At this point, I've written,
There's an outline for every episode.
yeah, there's at least an outline for every episode. There are notes taken from I think every episode that I'm reviewing. And the final like 5 episodes have been locked since I was working on year 1. I knew what I wanted my final 5 episodes to be.
Okay, so apparently the purples are star-shaped in previews right now.
Yeah.
A wild part of this complete breakfast.
And yeah, I've been working on the script for 95, and I've filmed. At this point, I've filmed one shot
I
or
love
another. At least.
He can be Shazam even though he's not exactly a built guy because the Shazam costume is clearly full of fake muscles.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, at this point, the only episodes that I haven't filmed anything for, I have at least one shot filmed for every episode except for 96, 97, and 99.
I wouldn't want to be the Red Ranger either.
Because all the others had some sort of prerequisite where I need to film something in a given time frame.
I'd want to be the cyan, aqua, teal.
Oh, as far as if you had a Ranger color?
Yeah, the blue and blue's not a guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like, technically we have had an Aqua Ranger, but that was a male Ranger, and otherwise a female blue has just been referred to as Blue Ranger.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there it is. I'm like, this looks like original footage. Here comes.
This is exactly what I want.
Oh, dear.
Selection is fantastic.
Oh, this isn't good.
Is this ray shielded? Lucky me.
What?
He's just going shopping in the hangar before it gets blown up.
Look at that workmanship.
Oh, no. That's fascinating.
You're coming with me.
That is fascinating. You recognize that head, right? I'm curious what he will be doing with that head. That is I'm very interested to see where that goes. RZP. Battle mode time. I love how even the Zord has, sunglasses.
Oh, are they going to use his acid to break themselves out? Oh no, it's compressed. They exploded his compressed stuff. Although acid would be everywhere.
They even recreated the exploded canister for that shot. That's an attention to detail. That is an attention to detail I would never have anticipated.
Two Rangers in that hangar?
What? I thought I locked them all in. If one's out, we can't let them free the others. Make a Gigatron stat.
To the rescue.
What was she reading?
Hurry up!
I don't know.
Looked like a magazine.
Just won't stand a chance against two Gigatrons.
Oh no.
Welcome back, Dustin.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah.
Chilling out. Caught up on some reading.
The hangar door is just up ahead, Devin.
Yeah, but now you're going to have to fight the melted drone.
Knock, knock. Behind you. I think the drone.
Yep. Because they have Morph-X to spare at this point. I want to know how much it takes to move.
Yeah, because they got a whole bunch while those guys were
Yeah, it was like 300 tons.
at the car wash. Working at the car wash. Yeah, stop before we get coffee strike.
Oh no! Acid spray. That's not good.
It's done for. I have an idea.
I will admit, making it be acid does make a lot more sense than it being a fire extinguisher. A fire extinguisher should not be able to do that sort of thing.
That's fair. I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't actually self-melt when his canister was open.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't he melt his own leg or something?
Just have to hope Devin can get us out before.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah. Ouch.
Very
Where's
well
the motorcycle for
integrated.
blue and yellow? Don't. Oh, well, here's the thing. Red's motorcycle
Is Beast-Bot. It's
his
Cruise.
Beast-Bot. Cruise transforms.
Yeah, his is the only one that transforms. The others don't transform into vehicles.
That's a carryover directly from
Guys, okay?
Go Busters.
Go Busters, where
It was close.
Cheetah Nick
We're
can
fine thanks to
become
you, team leader.
a
Yeah. Now let's show these drones who they're messing with. Ready?
Rangers, stay alert.
Oh.
Spicy drone is out of the hangar and
There we go. We got
You can
both.
see we have Meltatron because Sprayatron would be too ridiculous a name, I guess.
That's fair.
Never faced two Gigatrons. We're gonna need more firepower.
Megazord time?
It's time to form our Megazord.
We're with you, Devin.
Thanks. Let's start the combination sequence.
Thanks.
Starting combination sequence.
Been very focused on the Robbie Devin.
No, they did not have vehicles in Sentai.
Your turn. Don't
Nope.
fire. Just activate shields.
Cheetah Nick becomes a motorcycle.
Shields.
The other,
There we go.
the other PAL bots. Red
Activating
bots.
shields so they can do things.
Buddy roids. The other buddy roids
Yeah.
do not turn into anything else.
Right.
I mean,
Thanks, Robbie. You were right. Now,
Yellow
here
does
goes.
tool around the helicopter a lot, but that's a droid.
Yeah. There we go. Combo time. Combo time. There we go. Bunny ears. Bunny ears make the. Yep, they have a full stock of swords for the Zords. They got a full stock of swords. Beast-X Megazord.
Energy shield.
Boom, boom, boom.
Time to fight back. Let's activate the weapons and see what this Megazord can do.
Yep.
Powering Beast-X Blade.
Charging main weapons.
The Busters is just such great footage. I'm really glad they're finally using it.
Attack sequence.
I've seen. I'll watch some of the few episodes at the beginning and the end. Is there a specific site that has every episode dubbed that you can post so we can see it all? Not really.
I mean, you can search for not dubbed. This is the closest thing you'll find to anything dubbed. You can search around to find subtitles though.
Yeah, we
I'm sure
watch
you can find
subtitles.
something.
There definitely are sites that have the subtitles up, but it's, illegitimate, so you can't say what.
Yeah. I had to hunt around to find footage without subtitles for grid defense.
Eliminated.
Nice.
To call this mission a success.
The splicer drone has scrap metal now.
Greater Battle Force won't be able to
Yeah,
learn
they just
anything
had to
from
agree.
it.
But you wasted
Yeah.
precious Morph-X to accomplish so little. And what did you accomplish, Scrozzle? Me? My plan went off without a hitch. I'm all tooled up and ready to build that thing we talked about.
And what thing is that?
Scrozzle doesn't speak to failures like the two of you.
Why does it look like the one with the mustache?
How about never speak again?
Thanks to you, the Rangers now have a Megazord. Find a way to defeat it.
Oh, please! The Rangers had a Megazord before this. They just didn't use it.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
The avatars have really been
The
getting
avatars
bullied.
are not responsible for this. They must have found and fixed the rocket.
Just trust me.
Nice work.
We got
Looks real good. Here they come.
We trust you, but we're really busy and...
I like that we didn't.
We're gonna tell our
I think it's nice that we didn't actually see them land, because that would have raised so many questions.
Beautiful.
You fixed it.
Devin and I did. It's all ready to go.
Why are you going to launch it again? That seems like
No.
Don't sweat it.
Robbie had some great pointers. Learned a lot. And speaking of learning a lot,
They said that.
sorry I didn't listen to your advice in the sim room.
Okay.
I was out of
Okay.
line.
Rocket launches go wrong during
I
setup.
promise.
Not when you push the
I'll
button.
always listen.
All's forgiven.
Now let's test this baby out, huh?
Hopefully all 4 rockets will go off this time.
Wasn't the whole idea though that you wanted to get it back to your dad in a condition that he wouldn't notice? Like, you are risking damage a second time.
They are risking damage a second time, but it seems to have gone off alright, which means it probably won't be damaged.
Okay.
Because, as I said, they come down on a parachute.
That's true. Oh, we ended on something with Ben and Betty without it being a comedy beat. That's surprising.
Just heartwarming.
That was cute.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen my rocket in the closet.
Yeah.
That's been shot off several times.
Well, but I think this might be the first time we've ended on a Ben and Betty beat without it being a comedy beat.
E-Box is definitely pissed.
He is upset.
So angry.
They've definitely been leaning into the power plays going on the villain side, which is nice. It's always good to have some level of shifting
Yeah,
power dynamics
Scrozzle
in
got
there.
exactly what he was after.
Yeah, he's been playing it up because he's smarter than the avatars are. They are limited
not
in
what we said.
intelligence. What was the thing?
It's not like Shoveltron and Needletron aren't the least bit goofy. We're not.
Oh! As far as the names go. Oh, okay. That's referring to the name Sprayatron.
Oh, I thought it was referring to the bit with the comedy beat at the end. I was like, that's not relevant.
Yeah. I mean, it's more so I think Sprayatron just, probably just doesn't sound quite as clean.
I'm calling this now. Scrozzle's building a body for Evox. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I want to know more about Evox. I don't think we're going to get more information on him at this point. I'm not sure. Like, outside of maybe how to beat him kind of information, I don't think we're going to get... it's not looking like we're getting an origin for him. I could be wrong, though.
Now, when he said my code, I'm wondering if a part of his virus is actually carried along with each of us.
That could be what you're...
So he doesn't mean my code that I wrote. He means my code, my genetic data.
Right. Which is fair, because every...
virus.
Every Robotron is created off of Evox code, and every Gigadrone is created off Robotron code.
Right.
So, ostensibly, each Robotron should have some Evox code.
And each virus bad guy is defeated by...
Is defeated by an antivirus? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, we'll see...
I mean, when the bad guy's a virus, it's almost always a computer coding thing that beats it. And I don't just mean in Power Rangers, I mean in general.
Right. But yeah, They
always make it so that trashing its hardware is not an option.
Yeah, Evox is a very strange entity, and I'm hoping that we explore a little bit more of what he is and how he operates, because...
He's a snake.
It doesn't make any sense that you can move these giant robots across dimensions, but not him. Like, if anything, he should be the easiest thing to transfer across dimensions, because he's ostensibly just data.
Well, maybe that's why Scrozzle needs to build him a body. So that he can download all his data into, so it can be transported.
I guess. I mean, all his data seems to be within that console at the moment, and...
Yes, that was a reference to the RPM finale.
Yes.
And to several other stories that I really enjoy that involve viruses, or maybe just evil computers.
Yeah. But I mean, they were able to teleport that console there pretty easily with the teleportation crystals.
Well, what I'm thinking is that Evox may have entirely too much data to be stored on what they have right now, and maybe Scrozzle has to build a drive that can store him.
But here's the thing.
I'm thinking briefcase here.
Here's the thing, though. Clearly that console was enough to store him, because that's where he lives, in that console.
Well, that console may be where he
projects
from,
but he's stored... Where else would he be stored?
We don't know what's under the floor. Could be a huge freaking system under there.
You think that they teleported, like... No, we know... We could see what was left after that chunk of the room teleported away. It was just a hole in the ground. There wasn't that much underneath there.
Evox got teleported to that dimension too? I thought just the avatars.
Well, he got teleported with them.
Oh.
He was in that computer console that got teleported away with them. That's why that computer console is there. It landed there along with the avatars.
What's powering it?
Evox? I don't know. So, the running question I have
I keep thinking that Evox is a native of this...
of the cyber dimension, but you know he's not, because the cyber dimension wasn't introduced until the second episode. He got teleported there along with them.
Yes, Evox would have a base code, like the Vendrix from RPM.
If
it's anything realistic.
They can easily take pieces of his code, apparently, to the real world.
Base code is really what I would call it.
I don't know.
More like core heuristics.
Yeah. But
they called it base code.
If you can move a giant robot the size of a building, why can't you move a computer console the size of a room? if you can teleport a digital construct like the avatars, why can't you teleport a digital construct like Evox?
I get the picture that Evox the snake is not a physical projection, because you can see through it.
Well, I mean, the avatars do the same thing. Have a good night, Jesse.
Right, but then they kind of coalesce into a physical form that you can't see through.
Well, you can't always see through Evox. He just has those glitchy moments, just like they do.
Never mind.
Although they have been having less glitchy moments as the show has gone on, as I kind of originally expected. The glitches that they were presenting lasted a little longer than I anticipated, but they seem to be pretty much gone now. Gesundheit. But yeah, just that core premise of the show that you need a bunch of Morph-X to free Evox from the cyber dimension. It's a very strange core premise, because we don't really know what Evox is or why he requires so much power.
Yeah.
Because the Gigadrones seem like they require even more.
Yeah.
Like, considerably more.
The only thing I can think of is a relative computing power kind of thing.
Hmm.
Because, like, for example, my grandfather always used to be fond of telling me when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I had Game Boy, I had the gray brick, okay? And he
Yeah.
would tell me, and he was not lying, because you realize you were holding more computing power in your hands than the entire Apollo project.
Right, right.
So, what I'm saying is that maybe it has something to do with quantities of data,
Maybe.
or amount of, like, fine, like, equipment that you can transport. So the Megadrones could be mostly machinery with very small amounts of computing power.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's an interesting theory. If it's not so much that, if it's not driven by the size of it or the power so much as the complexity of the system.
Because,
it's possible.
as we know, okay, going a little into a weird kind of place.
This is heavily hypothesizing.
But just taking my technological knowledge as it may be.
Yeah.
As I understand it, in order for technological life to exist, it must be at all times loaded into active memory. You cannot store, at least as far as we know right now, if we were to have a life that was digital, it would not be possible to store that on hard media, like a hard drive.
Okay.
Because that would be bringing it to a complete halt. And, so you could do that with a program that had not attained sentience, but if you did it with a program that had attained sentience, it would revert to a pre-sentience form.
Okay.
Because self-awareness is not something we've known how to program. It would be something that would have to come up with through machine learning and keep active in what we would presently call RAM.
Okay.
So the Evox here may need to be constantly in RAM. Now, the thing about transporting is it converts things to energy and then converts them back on the opposite side.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So, presumably, these somewhat less than sentient, perhaps close to, but not entirely independent-minded Gigadrones are capable of storing everything they need on solid state or physical drives.
Right.
And the problem would be that you cannot transport with their technology. Obviously, you could with
Nate's.
With Nate's technology, you could. But obviously, but I'm thinking
Scrozzle's does not seem to have
technology
the same level of...
may not be able to transport active RAM and have that information still in memory when it arrives.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Just a thought.
There's a lot of questions on there. Now, I will say that is all an interesting theory. That seems very intelligently thought out to a degree that I do not believe is. I'm not trying to badmouth the writers on any front here. I'm saying that writers on TV shows, specifically for children, are probably not thinking in those highly technical terms when creating a plot.
That's fair.
But I think it's a very interesting theory, and
I'm pulling largely from person of interest.
Right.
Wherein, you know.
Yeah, how the machine
power,
operated.
Should it lose power, it would cease to, you know, have its.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Its working memory, because it doesn't. Because although you can hardcode memories, you can't hardcode the personality.
Yeah, I really want Evox to have a creator. I know somebody just made mention of that.
Oh, nice.
I don't think Evox is Venjix.
We don't have a Switch.
I feel like that's impractical.
I wish Evox was Venjix. It's got a V on it.
Yeah.
But it's probably not.
He could be tied. I feel like he could have been tied to Venjix, but I feel like it's tying into a season that the show has, to an extent, tried to distance itself from on a number of fronts.
Yeah.
We're dealing with interdimensional stuff, etc. I would like to see that Evox was created. I don't know if they're going to address that or not. Evox, right now, in his current state, appears to be, evil baddie from cyberspace, and he's super powerful, so reasons. I don't want it to be that, but I suspect that it's that. Partially because they haven't been addressing it, but it's still early, they may still address it yet. And they have been doing a good job on building plot, which is nice. We have very strong continuity between episodes. We're building on character traits. Devin this week was a little bit
He was carrying
weaker.
the idiot ball.
Yeah.
Or the jerk ball.
Yeah,
the jerk peach ball.
I wasn't a big fan of Devin's behavior this week. I felt it was a little strange how
He was being a peach donut.
It was really just a clash between him and Ravi, and Zoe was just sort of on the sidelines and wasn't part of developing this team dynamic, which, I mean, is not something that you need in every episode by any means. But for an episode which is about them coming together to form the Megazord, I feel like if it had been a little bit more focused on their dynamic as a full team rather than just the dynamic between Ravi and Devin, it would have been a little bit more effective. Also, that secret hangar is not very secret.
That's incredibly unsecret.
It's an incredibly unsecret hangar, and nobody had any trouble finding it. Roxy just knew where it was. They had no real security, other than Ben and Betty happened to be in the area and spot Roxy at the time. If Ben and Betty had not been in that area, really, your secret hangar has no security cameras, nothing? No security, no?
Yes.
You don't have to keep with the emojis.
I'm trying!
No, don't. No, we're done with those. And yes, I know there was the whole thing with Venjix, with the glowing Venjix eye being in the Morpher at the end of RPM, but there's currently nothing to connect this to RPM, and making our main villain related to a season that's 10 years old. Can you just get rid of those? I don't want this. Making our main villain be related to a season that's 10 years old that has not in any way been referenced in this season thus far just feels strange to me, like it wouldn't. Are you gonna just...
Seriously?
And so that's my thought on the whole
I'm feeling
Evox
very
Venjix
censored
thing.
right now.
You're drawing too much attention to that. Oh, what just happened?
I didn't do that.
What just happened? Okay, I do not know what happened. The live stream just spontaneously died, and YouTube apparently has no feature for getting back into a live stream once the browser has crashed, which...
Or if it does, they do not have good documentation on how to do it.
There's no indicator that you can just jump back into a live stream.
There's no button here.
But somehow it was still running, which makes arguably even less sense.
Yeah,
So, YouTube, look at your life, look at your choices. Get your business together.
Any other YouTubers who might actually be watching this, if you know how we get back in the future, please tell us!
Yeah, because we could not figure it out. We spent our last, 5-10 minutes trying to figure it out. So we apologize that we just kind of disappeared.
Right after I said I'm feeling very censored.
Anyway, to quickly wrap up our thoughts, this episode was a little hit or miss, because it was interesting from a plot perspective, but we felt like the character stuff wasn't quite as strong because it necessitated
Devin had to hold the idiot ball.
Yeah, it necessitated Devin being uncharacteristically hostile.
Yes.
And Zoe was very not involved in what should have been a team dynamic focus episode, in my opinion.
Definitely turned into a red versus blue instead of a team dynamic episode, which is not what we wanted. And Robbie was being completely reasonable, but they had to go and make Devin...
Yeah. So they emphasized a little too much on Devin learning a lesson, and it didn't flow very naturally, which has been a problem with this writing staff in the past.
It felt a little forced.
Hopefully this was just a temporary lapse. They definitely had a lot of other plot-related things to focus on this week.
Yeah.
So let's hope that that's setting up some exciting stuff for the next 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. So next week,
as I believe we stated at the beginning, I hope we did, before we lost our chat. Next week we are having an Easter Sunday live reaction.
Sunday.
7 o'clock Easter Sunday. Because
I will be out of town on Saturday.
You'll be out of town on Saturday, but you'll be back on Sunday. So we will be doing our live stream Sunday evening. So so make sure to keep your eyes peeled for that. I'll be posting my usual reminders via Twitter and Facebook, and notifying people on Discord when we're going live. Woohoo! So I'm going to pop over there and get to work on finishing up episode 87 and editing out the chunk of us just
how do we do this?
Furiously at the computer.
What? This doesn't make sense.
There's just going to be 10 minutes of dead space at the end of the live stream video. I don't know what to do about that. I'll see if I can trim that off in post or anything, but...
Probably not, or we'll lose the chat.
Yeah, probably not. So, it is what it is. We'll try and figure that out for the future. But until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. We got too close to his secret, and Eva attacked...